Dr. Sriti Singh, Associate Professor, Department of Humanities, Social Sciences, Indian Institute of Technology, Patna. Professor Ognibo Chakraborty, Assistant Professor of English, South Aldi College. Professor Sonjukta Chatterjee, Assistant Professor of English, Raiganj University. And Dr. Sogato Kumar Nath. Actually, Dr. Sogato Nath has been, all the time, he collaborated with us from the part of the Assam University. So we got his help at every nook and corner when we wanted him to help us. So my special thank to Dr. Sogato Kumar Nath, Dr. And many other professors, many other teachers who helped us. Helps us a lot, and to make this event a grand success. And I hope that this seminar is meant for the students and academicians, and in the coming time and in the coming days, the different perspectives which are explored over here, the different perspectives which are explored will help our present researchers, future researchers to explore many more things. New ideas will come, and our understanding of literature, our understanding of human predicament, our understanding of social problems will be better. And I'm sorry, I've forgotten to name our academic editor like Mondira, like Rikta, Devosmita, Seosri, Orunabo, Kostov, everybody, Subhankar, and to I'm very sorry, I expressed my inability to name the people, to name the persons who helped in all of the ways. But for their help, I could not deliver this valedictory session. I could not deliver this lecture in this valedictory session. So everybody, so my thanks to them. And one declaration that I would like to make, that the Vice Chancellor of Assam University advised us in his introductory inaugural lecture that we'll select some of the good papers and we'll publish in a book form. So, and the notification for that will be notified duly in proper time, and hope the help that we got from different corners, the same help we'll have in the coming time. And yes, many Rebecca Hawk, I have named Professor Hawk, I have named S.K. Tariq Ali, I have named Neha Aurora, and Professor Topudir Bhattacharya. Actually, Professor Bhattacharya, I had a telephonic talk present today with us, and I had a telephonic talk with him, and he said that, Partho, I spent 4 hours in a conference. Okay, I'm joining within a minute. So he joined us, he graced the occasion, and he interacted with our distinguished speaker to enlighten us, to bring out many more other perspectives. So with thanking you all, with regards to you all, and I beg my pardon if I beg my pardon if I could not mention anybody's name. If the names which I have forgotten to mention, they are in our heart, they will be in our heart. And the journey of this new Literaria has started. This is our first venture, and in the coming time, in the coming days, we'll organize such seminars with the help of all of you. So thank you very much. Thank you once again on behalf of the organizing committee. And Tonmo has sent me one name. Yeah, Professor Sharon Holland, the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, USA. He was actually present with us, and in this valedictory session, I think. So, yes, my thanks to Professor Holland, Professor Bhattacharya, and other dignitaries. So I'm sorry. Oh yes, I beg my pardon. Actually, Professor Sharon Holland, she's a ma'am is present with us. I beg my pardon. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everybody. And with the hope that we'll conquer many more, we do better and better. With this hope, I conclude. Thank you very much. Good night, everybody. So I request to share their views, dear participants. Please share their views, suggestions, and anything that we have forgotten to share with you. I request you to please share with us.
So, on behalf of Journal and Department of English, Assam University, so we have among with us Chandrakant Langara sir, Professor Sharon Holland, Joy Singh sir from APLU, Robita Ray ma'am, Rebecca Hawk ma'am, Tariq. I would request them. So on behalf of our journal and again on behalf of this organizing committee to share a few words with us. So what you have felt or your views or your thoughts so that we can take that advice and we can go with that and we can improve our journal and future journey. So and again, we are thankful to Rumita ma'am. She has joined us at 6 o'clock, and it's almost 2 hours, 2.5 hours. She has spent with us, and Professor Sharon Holland ma'am, University of North Carolina. So she has joined us. I think it's and again Neha Arora ma'am, I can see you, but I'm not able to bring you to the spotlight. Yes, now you are in the spotlight. Dr. Neha Arora, Central University of Rajasthan. So I request you to share your views and advices so that we can go with that.
I have a point I would like to make about the new Literaria journal. Do I have the floor, Tanmoy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You're always with us.
Yes, the first issue is admirable. You've done a very good job, and the quality of the writing is internationally acceptable. What I suggest is you have to decide whether your journal is going to be an annual journal or a biannual journal. Annual would be, I think, feasible. Biannual it takes for peer reviewing. And if you seek consensus from the illustrious colleagues, and if you bring out a special issue of new Literaria on this conference post-colonial and have the papers published as a special issue in New Literaria, that will save cost, and that you already have an editorial board and you have a platform of experts, and you can choose it. It will save time as well. You have a vehicle. You can collaborate and bring out a special issue, sort of a dual publication of both Assam University and Midnapur, and it would also if you jointly pool your resources, the funds, I think, should be sufficient to even have a print edition, which people would like to have and hold, especially those who have presented.
So, ma'am, I would also request you if you say a few words on the conference topic that we have chosen. So, I request other distinguished persons who are present.
I've just put forward a suggestion. It is for you to consider.
Yeah. So I would request other distinguished persons who are with us right now, and For that, we are thankful that they are sparing a valuable time with us, and we are pleased to have them among us. So I request others, Chandrakant sir.
Yeah. Am I audible to all? Hope I hope that I'm audible.
Yes, sir,
Yes,
you
sir,
are
you are
audible.
audible.
Yeah, yeah,
You
So
are
yeah, yeah.
audible as well as
Yeah.
visible also.
Oh, thank you. At the very outset, I acknowledge sincere thanks for giving me chance to share few words. Tanmay, hearty congratulations for putting on unprecedented efforts to bring all the global fraternity together and to address the issues regarding post-colonialism. And we find that this is this is a kind of grand discourse which is continued even in new millennium also. And we find that all I couldn't watch or listen to all deliberations, but because I was absent for some time, but most of the deliberations were conforming to the presidential theme of the conference. This is very important, this is very relevant. And all most of them are very scholarly ones, because quite often we find when such a big gathering is there, some pitfalls are supposed to be there, but I don't find any such thing, because the reason could be your choice of people who are, and you put them in a fraternity. And for that I am very happy, I am very much appreciative of this. And the issues addressed under the holistic body of colonialism, all the issues are very relevant. There, just I was listening to a while ago Romita Ray madam, and how interesting it is. Even it was a kind of unfamiliar zone for me. Now this paper created a deep verve in my mind, and now I am feeling that I should at least yeah, I may not be able to read all because this is ocean like, at least some seminal texts from the domain. I'm very thankful for giving us, this opportunity, because measuring is a different thing. But above all, what is important is to, the issues that those have been addressed in this intellectual gathering. They were of that quality, of that high quality, because I've visited many countries, England and MLA. I attended MLA conferences, Joseph Conrad conferences, where I presented my papers. I found that almost all deliberations. I'm not making any flattery, but this is coming from the bottom of my heart. That almost all deliberations were conforming to the presidential theme of the conference. I would like to suggest, Tanmay, that can there be a possibility of bringing all videos together and make a repository of all that, just like we have, because we are living in an age where virtual these platforms are now, they are becoming important. And so if it is possible, bringing all lectures, not necessarily from the keynote speakers, from even deliberations made in the parallel sessions also, so they can be put together, and there can be a possibility of making sort of repository of lectures. So that is what I would like to suggest. Otherwise, I feel verbal inadequacy to express my feelings. Thank you very much for organizing such a very
Thank you, sir,
momentous
for
kind of
your
academic event. Thank you very
thank you,
much.
sir, for your kind words. Now I
And
request Professor Sharon Holland, from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, USA. Ma'am, if you could
Sure, sure. Thanks, Hanmoy. Can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I haven't really prepared anything very long. I just wanted to say that I'm honored to be here, and I want to thank everyone, and apologies to the presenters from the other day. I mixed up my time frame, and I wasn't able to be there, but I've been able to pop back in. So I'm just happy, and I have some, many of us right now are thinking about settler colonialism, especially in these days. And I'm in thinking about all the papers that were presented. I'm thinking of place and memory and identity and embodiment, and asking questions that come from Fanon and Atwood and Haraway and other scholars around the globe. And it just occurs to me that I think the question now, especially in these days of the twin, what we call here in the States, the twin pandemics, right? COVID-19 and structural racism and vast inequality, not only in our own system, but across the globe. Is there a time after the settler colonial frame? Is there a world outside this world? And I think, I'm 10 years off of retirement myself, so I think I might be leaving that question to the younger scholars in the conference and elsewhere. But I really have been thinking, especially in light of framings about Black pessimism or about Blackness in particular and its relationship to the metaphysics and ontological frames. I have been thinking, is this the world or are there many worlds, right? Is this just a world? And I think that speculative question is on my mind because of all the work that's been brought forward, right, in this conference. And I just want to thank everyone for such generosity of spirit and thought. So thank you also for the invitation, Professor Kandu. It was amazing.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Professor Romita Ray, ma'am. From University Syracuse University, I think I'm not wrong at pronouncing the name of the university, ma'am, from USA, to say a few words. Ma'am, you please unmute yourself.
Thank you, Professor Kundu, for the invitation. And the pronunciation is Syracuse, but most people get it wrong, so don't worry. Even I got it wrong when I first came here. So it's Syracuse versus Syracuse. I was not able to attend the entire conference, unfortunately, because there was a Syracuse University Human Rights Festival at my end and a huge webinar on 15th century Florence. So my mind has been in a lot of different places, but I did tune in as fast as I could, as early as I could today. As a visual historian, I will say this, that, it's very important to pay attention to material culture studies. Objects really do matter in this entire discussion that we're unfolding as we go along. So texts are, of course, very important. You are looking at manuscripts, books, letters, but as a visual historian, I hope I was able to show you that it's very important to look at objects, to look at also paintings, photographs, etc., because they're all connected domains of inquiry. They're not separate from each other, and they bleed into each other in very interesting ways. So I hope that you will widen the scope perhaps of, and that's what a conference should do, right? It exposes us to different kinds of methodologies, different approaches. So hopefully the material culture approach will be widened a little bit more. It's a very exciting area to be in. And all the best for the hard work and the tremendous imagination that has gone into this conference. I hope you can take the conversations forward from here. Thank you for organizing.
Thank you for the kind of words. Now I request Dr. Joy Singh from FLU. Sir, are you there?
Yes, Tanmoy, I'm here.
Yes, sir. So I would like to have a few words from you on the topic that we have chosen for this 3-day conference.
It's a very good topic and relevant as well. It's relevant in two ways. The moment we became post-colonial, actually more than us, our colonizers became post-colonial. And the post-colonialism and the neo-colonialism have turned out to be synonymous to each other in a very tricky manner. Of course, not according to the dictionary meaning, but in a very hidden way, they are both synonymous. And when we talk about getting out of colonial legacies, it's almost impossible to get out of it. For example, in India, if somebody wants to become truly post-colonial, means wants to do away with the colonial legacies, the only point that person can go in 99% cases is to Warren Hastings' project of Orientalism that gave the idea of what is authentically Indian. And at the most, when they try to decolonize, actually they try to do away with Macaulay's education policy that is in contrast to or in opposition to Warren Hastings' project, where he wanted to show the ancient past of India, and Macaulay, on the other hand, wants to inculcate scientific temperament to some extent. And under such circumstances, when we are caught up in this kind of whirlwind where we do not know where shall we go, and it is very much there, the people who claim themselves to be anti-colonial finally turn out to be the hardcore supporters of colonialism. For instance, in 2010, when Delhi High Court passed a ruling regarding homosexuality, they scrapped one article from IPC regarding homosexuality, and all our so-called anti-colonials were on strike. And they did not actually know this IPC is a British legacy. And when High Court scrapped that article, they were, means on the surface level they were anti-colonial, but in the deeper level they were supporting the colonial legacy. So the court, which is trying to decolonize, is projected as colonizer, and the people who were supposedly anti-colonial were supporting the colonial legacy. So under such circumstances, to talk about a theme that is related to colonialism and Orientalism is a very good idea, and I congratulate you and your team for coming up with such a nice idea and bringing people from around the world to discuss relevant themes. So, and I am also thankful to you for giving me a chance to speak. So thank you and congratulations for organizing this event.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Neha Arora from Central University of Rajasthan. So, ma'am, if you could please say a few words about the topic that we have chosen and about the journal, or if you have any advices or suggestions to improve our journey so that we can undertake such adventure in time to come.
Thank you, Dr. Kundu. Am I audible? Because there is some technical glitch this time.
Ma'am, your voice is not audible. And again, big thank you, because I know that I have come to know that you are not feeling well for 2 days. So you're down with
I'm just
fever.
handling this. See, there is some technological glitch at my end.
Now it's okay, Dee.
Okay,
It's okay.
okay, okay, done my. Uh, First of all, like I just want to thank you, your team, and also like for bringing the gamut of speakers, all eminent speakers, and like despite my ill health, I've been glued to the sessions. I've been listening to the first thing that I really liked about this conference is the interdisciplinary nature that you brought in. And the last session, I was like, thanks to Professor Ray, it actually I have a special, like, although I don't belong to to Bengal or to that northeast region, but I have a special connection. Like I have many friends over there, and I don't know why I have a. So I was just glued to your lecture, and thank you so much, and to the entire team, for bringing in such eminent personalities. And I was like, it was quite an enriching experience for me. And as a student, I was like diligently listening and attending to all the lectures. I jotted down, I made notes, and new, windows were open. I mean, new ideas came to my mind, and right from choosing the topics of the speakers, keynote speakers, and the whether we talk about the parallel sessions, they were so meticulously arranged. And this is one of the best e-conference that I have attended. So thanks to the team, congratulations, and sincere thanks to the professors, because as a student I have learned a lot, and I would love to learn, keep learning and be in touch with you people. Thank you so very much.
We're all students, Neha.
Thank you, Dee. Now I request Professor Sheikh Tariq Ali, Assistant Professor of Government Engineering Degree College, Mohanpur. Tariq, are you there? He's also a part of our this family. He's a member of our advisory committee, and the fact that I want to acknowledge here, the very topic that was moderated to such an interesting way, to some extent, by Professor Tariq Ali. So I request Tariq to share or say a few words.
Yes, Ramayda, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yes, thank you, Tarmaida, for first of all for making me a part of the entire initiative that you and your team have taken, and congratulations for the successful conduct of the entire program. When Tanmaida one day called me that I am thinking of organizing a seminar, then we discussed the topic together, and finally after 2 or 3 days of discussion, we ultimately came to the topic. And we actually didn't think of making it such big, but eventually everything happened, and with help and cooperation from others, finally we have become successful to organize this event. So thank you all the professor who joined us. Thank you for the speakers, for chairperson, and looking forward to your cooperation in coming days ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Tariq. Now, again, we have with us Shaugotoda, Dr. Shaugoto Kumar from the Department of English, Assam University, without whose active help and cooperation that I have received time to time. Shaugotoda, please unmute yourself.
Thank you, Professor Tanmoy. It was really a nice, what to say, e-conference. I mean, very well organized. And I being myself a part of the organizing committee, I should not say it in the mic, but it is true that Tanmoy was behind all the shows. We were there to support him, of course, but it was his brainchild, I understand. And it was a wonderful experience to work with you. And with so many experts speaking here, as Ms. Neha has already mentioned it,
Shaugotoda,
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. It's not my brainchild actually. We are together. Dr. Patsarthi Mondo, my co-editor also. So
right.
he is also always with us.
Right. Thanks for correcting me.
No, actually, with one correction, actually the concept note is mine. The thrust area has been put up by Tanmoy, and actually all the technicalities like inviting the speaker, like arranging the session, that computer work and all these things has been done by Tanmoy, and the team was there. Actually, they helped whenever Tanmoy wanted. But so far the technical part is concerned, I did nothing. If 100 out of 100, I will get 0. That's true.
Like this.
I'm very candid in that to admit that. Had Tanmoy not been there, it might not come into reality. So he's the leader. I helped him. And yeah, actually the idea if I am correct, idea actually came immediately after the publication of the first issue of the journal, and I actually suggested Tanmoy that can we have a conference in this time so that our journal maybe to the limelight, may come to the limelight, people may come to know what this journal is, because when you will publish 4, 5, 6 or many more issues, people will definitely come to know. But if you arrange a conference like this, because many ideas, many people will come chair together, and it would be kind of I mean reputation for the journal and all. So and immediately Tanmoy accepted the suggestion and we planned accordingly. So
but Patada, we never thought that it would become a mega event with 30 speakers and 52 chairpersons and
actually
240 papers.
And actually, what happened every day, Tanmoy informed Parthoda, actually the response is not very fine. And I actually told him that you wait for 2 days, 3 days in that way. So finally, actually 800 papers, I think it came, and out of 800, we just only lifted 250, 240 or whatever. So, but after we published our key concept note and the thrust areas, so papers start coming, but last 4-5 days, Tanmoy informed that Pathoda, many papers are coming. Actually, he is my younger brother, come friend. So out of 100, if the number sharing is there, I would like to take 90 to Tanmoy. So thank you very much. Oh, Sogoto Babu, you please continue.
That is what Dr. Pathwai wanted to suggest, that in any collaborative work, actually, some people, like in this case, Dr. Tanmoy holds the main position, but others contribute. Because of the fact that I teach a little bit of drama and theater. So what we see is that a very insignificant character who otherwise appears to be insignificant on the stage is actually very, very significant in making the whole thing. So everyone actually contributes in their own way. And so it was a nice experience, and bringing in so many experts and people from so many different sources, so many different fields and background, and making a whole of all those things is a big thing. And being a part of this conference, I feel that it's great work that has been done. All the credit goes to Tanmay and his team, and of course Dr. Partha, and all comprising together. It was our part to play, and whatever was needed, whenever was needed, we played our little role. And thanks to all the invited speakers who were there.
Dr. Nath, actually, with your collaboration, this seminar actually has got an international flavor, because collaborating with a central university's department it really is a matter of prestige for any institution or any publishing house or any body of the journal. So actually, when you agreed to be with us, I really it's a matter of prestige for the journal, actually.
No, actually, when the proposal came to us, we did not think twice, because if we do not do academics, then what else should we do? So if it's a new journal that does not have that much of a reach or name, that doesn't matter. What matters is academics. So we instantly agreed to it, because there was no second thought about it. Otherwise, what else should we do? So it was a great opportunity to meet all the people virtually. And as Professor Harish Trivedi in the inaugural speech mentioned, that the pandemic has played a very important role in bringing all these people together. That's true. Otherwise, people would not have got so much of time to listen to, as Ms. Neha has just mentioned, that in spite of the fact that she is not keeping well, she was there to attend the sessions. So anyway, all things which comes to a good end is a good thing. So
yes,
come to a good end, and we look forward to further collaborations with you and with other universities or institutes also. And thanks for bringing in all together. Thank you all. Thanks. All the
Okay. Thank you all. Thank you all. Good night. Stay safe.
And Tanmoy, just a second.
Yes,
One of the participants raised their hands earlier. So if some paper presenters want to say something.
Yes, sorry.
Tanmoy, before you end, I request you to share with us the challenges that you face in organizing such a big event. Please share with us your experiences.
So let it remain behind the porda. So I will share in another time. Okay. Tariq, if I disclose the fact right now, so people will go on organizing such a mega event, I would say. So,
Tanmoy, if you could just give chance to participants if they want to say something, because
yes,
some of them raised their hands, I think.
No, I think right now no one is
There is
there.
none.
So just
Okay.
So we can end the session here and wish you all stay safe, and that's all we can pray right now as we are going through the pandemic situation, the trauma we all are having. So thank you all.
Thank you very much, Tanmoy.
Thank you all.